Hey, what's up guys, Mowgli here, and this is it. It's finally here. The HP Spectre X 360 13-inch has arrived. So I've actually reviewed a few laptops on the channel, and I think this is the most beautiful and well built that I've checked out so far. The most interesting thing about this device is that it's a convertible. A laptop and a tablet all at the same time. And yeah, here's the review.
I've been feeling like y'all don't know, it's all a no. See, y'all been told you're born to grow, but y'all been sitting on the floors indoors in your old drawers out your window. The call of crows, falling snow that y'all ignore. Like
2-in-1 convertible laptops are devices that I consider as really cool. Like a laptop that can fold into a tablet just by folding the screen back. HP manufactures two versions, the 13-inch and 15-inch versions of this. The 15-inch is uncomfortable to use as a tablet, but as a laptop that's great. The 13-inch is recommended for use as a tablet very frequently because they are smaller and comfortable to use. This laptop is very well built and is amazing to look at. It is made up of aluminum and comes at 1.5 kilograms and 13.8 millimeters thick. This weight is typically for big tablets, small sub-notebooks, ultrabooks and convertibles with 10 to 11-inch displays. The silver color scheme, it goes all the way around including the keyboard and the trackpad, giving it a minimalistic and low-key look, but still feels elegant. The top surface of the notebook is a little bit rough, and because of that, it's actually easy to hold. 4 rubber feet at the bottom feel grippy but are still soft. There are also 2 down-facing speakers and an air intake vent that runs along here. The sides of the notebook are polished and they give the Spectre an aesthetic that is really different from most other notebooks out there. And it's awesome, so they did a really good job. Ports on this device are pretty standard. On the right side of the notebook, we have a Windows button for when you're in tablet mode, a volume rocker, a mini display port, HDMI port, 2 USB 3 ports and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left side, an AC socket, an air outtake vent, 1 more USB 3 port, a power button and an SD card slot. The only thing that missed out on this version is the USB-C port. USB-C ports have gotten popular nowadays due to their capabilities of transfers of up to 40 GB per second. Some latest releases of the Spectre X 360 have the USB-C port built into them, but despite lacking the USB-C port in this version, what we have here still works great. Now the keyboard. It's a good keyboard, can't complain, it's backlit, very good layout and spacing. The keys are made of smooth plastic, but it is a very comfortable typing experience. Despite having the backlight, when you turn off its light, the toggle switch stays lit, which sometimes I find annoying. The trackpad on the other hand is of wider size and feels great to use. It's very responsive, but one thing I would like to see improved is the clicking. My only complaint though is that because of the width of this thing, even after using it long enough, I will sometimes misclick, like when I try to right click, I will be pressing over too far to the left, and it just feels inconsistent. The main feature of this notebook is probably the super special hinge, which allows you to rotate the screen all the way around if you want to. You can obviously use the notebook just like a regular laptop, and it does a great job. You can stand it up in 10 mode if you want to watch a movie or something. And the last mode is a tablet mode, which in some way makes this a hybrid device. The usability as a tablet is where this device excels. So here's the thing. If you're going to spend money on this device, then you actually have to be someone who will use it as a 2-in-1 device. A lot of people buy this but just use it as a laptop and rarely as a 2-in-1 device. If you need a laptop, then just get yourself a dedicated laptop. But if you're going to pick up something like this, be sure of using a 10 mode and a tablet mode as well, and this thing is definitely very comfortable to use in all those positions. When it comes to 2-in-1 computers, there are 2 major aspects that make breaking the experience. It's the touchscreen and the hinge. This is a 1080p IPS panel and it's bright, it's got a good color gamut and the viewing angles are great. As a matter of fact, this is a full HD screen, which in technical terms it produces a good image and has a low energy consumption.
That's all it is, guys. A leap of faith.
So large display screens allow higher resolution, so details like the letters are big. On the other hand, the power consumption is lower with small screen diagonals, and the devices are smaller, more lightweight and cheaper. The webcam up top records in 1080p. I don't use webcams at all, but I don't know. You be the judge of it. And speaking of power consumption, the HP Spectre comes with a 45 watt-hour adapter, and there's not much to talk about it. This laptop is a little bit of a battery king with 6 to 7 hours of battery life, running simple tasks, and should get you through the entire of your school day on the go quite well. But if you're into gaming, then expect about 2 hours of battery life with max brightness. Performance is going to be subjected as to what model you decide to pick, whether it's the i7 or the i5. But the model I have here runs the Intel Core i7 processor. Speaking of which, it gets Ultrabook performance, though it is pretty bad for heavy games, and I was getting like single-digit frame rates even on medium settings. You're not buying this to play games, you're not buying this to do heavy render loads in Adobe Premiere. You're probably buying this to take notes, do productivity tasks, and perhaps a little bit of Photoshop and coding if you're a developer. But most importantly, you're buying it to last through the entire of your day because the battery life is exceptional. Despite being officially called a 2-in-1, I will actually consider this computer as a laptop. Going back to the college student aspect, is able to serve more than one purpose as opposed to just doing your homework. What I can tell is that the portability of this computer is just great for on-the-go use, especially for students like myself or for people who travel a lot. Despite all good things I had to say, I really didn't like the trackpad.
Oh shit, here we go again.
And I think I'll just be using a mouse because it doesn't feel as solid. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, please leave a like. I'll definitely appreciate it. And also subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below on what you think, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Toka, pause.